Thomas giving a little elbow. Kilpatrick, retaliation, full swing. Oh, that's not good. We're all mammals here. Come on. Kilpatrick had to be restrained. No ejections, though. 2:30 left, tied at 60.
In 90 seconds at one point, 25 for the game, and then it was on. Lance Williams of DePaul grabbed a hold of Burgess's jersey, and then you see him elbow right into Burgess's head. He got it technical. Then Williams makes like Goldberg, the wrestler, taking down Brand. Elton at the last laugh. He had 20 points, 14 boards. Only bad news for Duke. Forward Shane Battier sprained his ankle.
With a win Thursday against Arizona State, Montgomery would become the school's all-time winningest basketball coach. It is significant to me, Montgomery said before the Maples Pavilion tilt, which was a rough one for the home Cardinal. Arthur Lee pushes Ron Dubois, no foul called. Arizona State up 2 at the half.
333 career three-pointers. Congratulations, Lewis. Michigan up 12, second half, heated. Josh Ashelin misses, and then Ashelin and Kowski battle for the rebound and go down together, pushing, shoving. We have an altercation, but no T's were assigned. Anyway,
payback is a mug, huh? First half, Melvin Levitt, top of the food chain. A 17-2 Cincinnati run, one good smooch deserves another. Things got rowdy. Guevara knocked in the head by a coin. The officials say, Bob Huggins, do something.
Listen, in spite of people in this slate not having any class, we have class here. If anybody throws something on the floor, you people behind them, get them or throw them out.
Huggins' speech similar to the one given by Bengals coach Sam Weich during a game in Cincinnati 10 years ago.
Will the next person that sees anybody throw anything onto this field, point them out, or get them out of here. You don't live in Cleveland, you live in Cincinnati.
Almost became the smack in the whack. Fresno and Hawaii. Check out this guy in the spot shadow. It's Marquette Alexander. Marquette apparently was not thrilled with some of the heckling he got from the fans, and whoops. Oh, we're going after a fan, and somebody said something about somebody's mama. Everybody got upset. Let's take another look at this. When you're down 33, as Hawaii was at the time, things can kind of get under your skin, and they got Marquette's undivided attention, and referees, security would come in there and restore order. Order was restored. The coach Riley Wallace set his guy out for the rest of the way. 93-66, the final.
Miller to Jeremy Killian. Assaulted by Eric Griffin. Intentional foul called on Griffin. Killian would be all right.
Butler Bulldogs. And it's Julian Van Dyke not observing Sportsmanship Week. Van Dyke runs over Butler's Andy Hershey, and then Thomas Jackson had also been knocked down by Van Dyke. The refs talk it over, then hit Van Dyke with a personal and a technical. Jackson 4 free throws.
Late in the first half, Tulsa up by 2. Brandon Kurtz misses. Eric Coley and Larry Abney battling for the loose ball, and people get together. They have a little male bonding down close, and then we got some people that are a little bit heated. Anger control there, no technicals or fouls called on the play, remarkably enough. Tulsa took over after that. They were inspired.
Back to Tom Davis, unbelievable performance, passing the basketball. Oh, there's a little shot right on right.
Joey Range hitting him in the throat as he walks up. Elamine takes exception there.
We're kidding. First half, Gabe Manecki and Nick Bradford battling. Manecki gives Bradford a body shot. Bradford tells assistant Matt Doherty, man, if he hadn't run off, I would have given him an uppercut. For 10 points. And Manecki, training for the Tyson fight, drilled Bradford earlier, takes a swing at T.J. Pugh. He was whistled for a foul that time. Jayhawk.
Iowa scored the first 17 points of the game on senior night. Koch takes one off his face, no call. Tom Davis obviously feeling nostalgic. One last argument with Ed Hightower before he goes.
Well, you gotta have.
Dr. Tom celebrates with the hokey pokey.
Didn't figure to be a high-scoring affair, but there were some low blows as we check out the highlights in this one. Now, why Solomon Hughes would pull a move like that one when he was clearly spot shadowed, who knows? That's just bad judgment. He was given an intentional fall, and we should certainly hope so. Tim Young, the board, out to Mark Madsen. Seemed to happen to the spot shadow. We're beginning to think it's no coincidence. Jaron Rush drilled by Francisco Elson, but Rush gets back up, gets back into the play, and eventually comes up with the loose ball. Gives it to Earl Watson, starting the break, to Baron Davis for the finish. Evanston, Wisconsin, and Northwestern, 6:45 in the morning on game day, and Evan Eschmeyer's getting beaten up by his teammates. That to prepare for Dick Bennett's bruising back.
Seconds to play. Nat Burton called for a foul on Elton Scott 20 feet from the basket. We look at it again. It looks like Burton catches Scott's elbow in the face. He's called for a hand check, though. So Scott goes to the line with 0.2 seconds left, and the game tied, and Scott calmly drains the front end of a...
South Carolina, B.J. Mackey, offensive foul under 2 minutes ago, tied at 65. Eddie Fogler doesn't like the call.
Oh, my.
Really doesn't like the call. He has got significant issues. He's gotten one technical. He's going after everybody he can go after. Was not thrown out. And as it turns out, his team wins anyway. Push the assist, it didn't matter. South Carolina wins its first conference game of the season.
Second half, watch down by the baseline. Jerry Karstensen leveled by Sonny Johnson while trying to set a pick. Take another look. Blue 52! Blue 8! Set! Hut! Johnson lowers his body, sends Karstensen flying. Karstensen will be okay. He's a college basketball player. Under 2 minutes left. Karstensen's only field goal of the game. Got his revenge. Wisconsin Green Bay goes on to win it.
Game now. Battier passing one of his 3 assists to Nate James for the hoop. Duke by 19. Battier pouring it on. He had all 4 of his threes. He finished with a career-high 27. Under 8 minutes left in the game. Steve Francis going for the hoop. Battier hustles back, perhaps committing an intentional foul. Francis committing the technical foul. Lighten up, Francis. Just over 5 minutes left. Battier still playing like they're down 2. They're up by a ton. He blocks Laron Profit's shot and then collects the ball and calls timeout while going out of bounds.
While trying to catch a long pass, Clem Haskins either thought the ref wouldn't hear him if he was on the bench, or he needed one more technical foul on his resume. Clem got teed up, and then he did that macho guy thing. Man, Trans, I bet you. What? Oh, no, you. Oh, all right.
Second half issues. Dave Libby, the ref, throws out a Texas Tech cheerleader for saying some things he shouldn't have said.
Dion Luton the break. Davis the foul, called for his 5th. He is disputatious. So is Coach. Coach Lavin's even angrier, and he's getting teed up and teed up twice.
73 NOT. William Gladness, Brian Cardinal, WWF. Gladness called for the foul. Coach Knight says something like, "Excuse me, fine sir, but I beg to differ in that call." All right, maybe he said a naughty word or two. Cardinal hit both free throws. Purdue up 2, but Jerron Cornell.
IU by 2. Now with the game decided, we've got controversy. Bob Knight telling the Northwestern band to look at the scoreboard. They've been asking him, who's your daddy? He says, who's your daddy now? And then the coach is shaking hands. Knight with some things to say to Kevin O'Neill. Knight unhappy with the students' language. There's a certain irony in Bob Knight being offended by the language of others. And then O'Neill tries to grab him to make his point. Knight says, don't grab me, Kevin. Be escorted off by the Evanston police.
Kevin and I did not get in any kind of an argument. I just told him when a crowd starts chanting, who's your daddy, who's your daddy, who's your daddy, I don't think we have to put up with that.
I don't control the crowd. You know, he's been there 20 years. He may control the crowd at his place. I don't really. I mean, if I'm here 20 years, I'll probably be dead.
What did happen there at the end then? It looked like you were in an argument.
Well, I just asked them, who's your daddy now?